There is tension in the southeast and Biafra land over the whereabouts of Simon Ekpa. This is a question many people are asking. Where is Simon Ekpa? We have not seen Simon Ekpa for almost a day now. We have not seen Simon Ekpa for almost a day now. We know he stays in Finland, and most of the time you see his comments on social media. He tweets. There's no day Simon Ekpa does not come out to tweet like 10, 15, 20 times. But for almost a day now, Simon Ekpa has not said anything about anything. If you go to his page, you see the last post he posted was about 1 day ago. So some people are already afraid. Where is this young man? Where is our prime minister? Where is the autopilot leader? Where is Simon Ekpa? I remember when we were asking for the whereabouts of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the same way many Biafrans felt when we were asking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his whereabouts. After 9 days, we heard that the federal government had arrested him, and he's in Nigeria, and he's in DSS custody. If that day felt like the world was going to end, where I was standing, I heard the news about Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. This is how it is starting. All of a sudden, Nnamdi Kanu, that does his broadcast every day, he stopped broadcasting. He stopped broadcasting. The DOS and those that were with him could not tell us the actual place that he was. After 9 days, it was the federal government that now started informing Nigerians that we have Nnamdi Kanu now. The DOS, those that were with Nnamdi Kanu then, could not explain to us his whereabouts. Instead, they were whitewashing. They were playing around the bush. They were telling us irrelevant things that Nnamdi Kanu is okay, Nnamdi Kanu is fine. But at the end of the day, Nnamdi Kanu was not fine. He was kidnapped by the federal government. He was captured by the federal government and taken to Nigeria. That was one of the worst news after Tinubu won election. How Nigerians felt when INEC announced Tinubu was with the way Southeasterners felt when they heard that Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested by Buhari, Malami, Fulani hegemony. So now, where is Simon Ekpa? Where is Simon Ekpa? Some of the followers of Simon Ekpa are saying that at least let him tweet. Even though he's busy doing one or two things, let him just tweet and tell us, I am fine, I'm okay. But for almost a day now, Simon Ekpa has not said anything, has not tweeted. It is unlike the Ebonyi State man. It is unlike him not to say anything, especially with what Okorocha has said about Ifeanyi Ubah and the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You'll have heard Simon Ekpa's reaction today, and especially what happened on Monday. But I'm looking at his page now. The last time he tweeted was yesterday. Till now, he's nowhere to be found. Is it that they have given him the Nnamdi Kanu treatment? Because we know that there are so many people, no matter what you do, there are so many people that don't like your style of leadership. They don't like what you're doing. And there could be setups. They can set you up at any point in time. Have they set this young man up? Have they set... The last time he tweeted, if I can remember, he talked about fundraising and redeclaration of Biafra Republic in Finland. He talked about the football team. He talked about a podcast. He talked about some other things. But since then, we have not seen any of Simon Ekpa's posts. And looking at it from this angle, I think there is a big problem. That is what I think. Now, we got the spokesperson, Simon Ekpa's spokesperson, came to clear the air on the whole thing that is happening. He said, "Great Biafrans, friends and allies, on behalf of the Biafran government and as the chief of staff to the Prime Minister, I'm here to inform you that our indefatigable PM, Simon Ekpa, is well and busy with engagement. He is currently in Finland sorting out issues emanating from winter 2023. He is currently in Finland sorting out issues emanating from winter 2023. Does that stop him from tweeting? Yes, I heard that people are looking for me. I am fine. Simon Ekpa that we know can never do without tweeting. So if he's busy with anything, can't he just inform his people that are worried about him that I am well and fine? Now, he said the development is not in any way associated with our upcoming declaration of restoration of independence at the convention to be held in Finland from the 29th of November. Belgium and de facto government is actively focused on our Finland convention and the delegitimization of the Nigerian entity within Biafra territory. We must not give room for distractions, and all eyes must remain on the ball. So the excuse or the reasons why Simon Ekpa, according to his chief of staff, why he's not available is that he's busy with winter issues. He's busy with winter issues. That's the reason why he is not available at the moment. But come to think of it, is that enough reason for Simon Ekpa not to tweet? You see, Ohaneze, Southeast politicians, the Nigerian government, they're all looking for a way to make sure that they are in control of what happens in the Southeast. And I've said it before that the government does not want security, peace, stability, and progress in the Southeast. The government does not want peace, stability, and progress in the Southeast. The politicians have come together to ask the federal government, headed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Simon Ekpa and his guys and his people are asking for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The DOS, which are saying that they are loyal to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, are asking for his release. Every party, everyone is asking for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every well-known Igbo man is wishing that the federal government releases Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but yet I don't think that the federal government is listening to what the Southeast politicians, Southeasterners, and the non-state actors are all saying together. That means there's a plan to keep the Southeast insecure. Somebody said that the governors of the Southeast love the situation of things so that they can be able to rig elections when there is an election. Because when there's chaos in a state, when there is insecurity in a state, it is easy for people to rig elections. People like Hope Uzodinma, people like whoever, Umahi and co. It is easy for them to rig elections. So maybe they like the insecurity in the Southeast, maybe because of their silence on calling for Nnamdi Kanu's release, that everybody have said will stop the crisis going on in the Southeast. But as we speak, as at the point of doing this broadcast, Simon Ekpa is nowhere to be found. We have not heard from him. His tweets are not coming since almost a day, almost 24 hours. His tweets are not coming. Is it that he has been arrested? Is it that he is somewhere doing one or two things, or he's not able to use his phone? Even though Simon Ekpa is preparing for winter or whatever, or what have you, or is sick, there is nothing so hard for him to take his phone and tweet about what is happening to him. But see, I hope those that are thinking that Biafra will become like Nigeria when Lagbaja had an illness, an ailment, Nigerians were not informed on time. Nigerians were not considered worthy of informing them about the predicament of their chief of army staff. They don't rate Nigerians. Nigerian leaders don't rate Nigerians to inform them, okay, our chief of army staff is sick, he's going through a lot of this, he's having this kind of sickness, he's here, his whereabouts. They just had to cover everything, and because Nigerians are goats, so they don't need to know anything about their chief of staff. It's not their business, because the politicians are serving themselves, not the people. Look at what happened with Yaradua. Yaradua government, after the man died, they were doing all sort of a president of a country. So I hope the same people that are saying that they are going to give us Biafra are not going to go that way. The explanation on Simon Ekpa is not enough. It's not enough. It's not logical, except something has happened. I I tell you that, believe you me, except something has happened to Simon Ekpa. It is not logical that Simon Ekpa has not tweeted for almost 24 hours. It's not possible now. Simon Ekpa make the news. What Simon Ekpa tweets about makes the news. The haters, his haters will be happy now, and some of them will be praying that he needs something should happen to him. He needs to be arrested. Simon Ekpa is giving us trouble in the southeast. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa is that. I've said it. Where my allegiance stands is in a prosperous southeast and changing of the system, a system that will favor an Igbo man. If Biafra, if the system is being changed by the devil, I'm supporting it. If the system is being changed by an angel, you see the desperation that Nigerians have now. The desperation to remove Tinubu is something else. They are even telling Peter Obi and Atiku and Kwankwaso and Showore they should drop their ego and come together. All they want to hear is that Tinubu is not there. Tinubu is removed. That is the same desperation I have for a Nigeria that will benefit every human being that is existing in this geographical expression, according to Pa Awolowo. Look at what Obasanjo said about this current government, that Tinubu is using proxies to buy assets, that he said that if things don't change, he's not going to vote. That means the next elections, people are going to abandon voting. They are not going to be interested in exercising, in quotes, democratically fundamental human rights. They are not going to be interested in anything like that because of how the country is being run. So remember, Nigerians did not vote for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is INEC, the judiciary, the police, and his foot soldiers that brought him into power. So Obasanjo is saying that this system is not a system that is fit for human beings. So I am not going to vote in any election unless things change, unless you sack all INEC staff from Mahmoud Yakubu to the last person that are involved in carrying out all these shady elections. So I'm interested in somebody that is going to give me a system that works. If it is resource control, if it is regionalism, if it is balkanization, I'm in for it. The destiny of an Igbo man is under, the enemies of the Igbo under a system like this is much more than every other tribe. So whatever that is happening at this point in time, if it is Simon Ekpa or Nnamdi Kanu or Wazirike, or even the efforts of the politicians that will lead to the release of Nnamdi Kanu so that peace will come to the southeast, then we'll forge ahead on this restructuring, resource control, Biafra thing. I am in for it. So for those hating Simon Ekpa, they have their reasons. For those hating Nnamdi Kanu, they have their reasons. My stand is I want a system change. So if we have a chief of staff to Simon Ekpa telling us that it is about winter issues, he should come clear on these things. Don't be like the Nigerian government that would want to put their people in the dark. You know, Nigerians are not considered as human beings. That's why if the government wants to put a policy, it does not even consult the people. Those are the upper chamber, the lawmakers. They are in the court. So they consult their court members. And when they agree, they impose it on Nigerians. They shove it down your throat. Now, if it is subsidy removal, they will take it from Nigeria. If it is tax, Nigerians are going to pay tax, increase in VAT. So Nigerians are the receiving end. So they don't send you. Why they get more richer? Why Mobile from, I think it's Owando or Mobile, if I'm correct, from 1 billion to 1 trillion within a year, of all of a sudden, Tinubu gets into power, and a company that belongs to a Southwesterner, from 1 billion, from billions of naira, they are counting trillions. Why Nigerians get poorer and poorer and poorer. Poorer and poorer. So Nigerians are interested, are much more desperate about Tinubu leaving power as much as possible. If they can pray and God will answer their prayer, that the Senators impeached Tinubu. That means prayer answered for Nigerians. That is how we are so desperate about a system change, because Nigerians are seeing a different thing. We are seeing another different thing. So what happened to Simon Ekpa should not be that. The same thing that happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is what is repeating himself. Those that were with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could not give us a clear picture of where he is at the moment, or where he left at the moment, and where he went to. Until after 9 days, it is now the federal government, the supposed enemy, that is telling the Southeasterners that these people are in our hands. While those that were with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were just robbing the whole thing, were just moving back and forth, and nothing spectacular, no explanation that we can understand. The same thing I'm saying this moment. If you are the chief of staff, if he's having issues with winter or whatever in Finland, that does not stop him from tweeting with his phone. At least a man that leaves his house will have to go with his phone. A man in this 21st century, and somebody like Simon Ekpa, what if he's in trouble? Through his phone, he's going to get across to his people that I'm in trouble, or this is happening. What if he's being kidnapped? Before they kidnapped, he will use his phone and tweet. The same thing we expected of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But at the moment, we can't just believe what the chief of staff is saying. We can't just believe it. People are, there's shock, there's tension all over. Go and look at the tweets. There's uneasy calm. This guy have people that love him. If you don't like him, they have people that love him. Those that are in support of Simon Ekpa, there's tension, because at least he's putting Biafra on the news. At least he's standing up to the occasion in a way, and they believe that. They so much believe in him. Many people are interested in what happens to Simon Ekpa, whether it is positive or negative. Many people are interested. Ohaneze wants something negative to happen to Simon Ekpa. Now, there are calls by many Southeasterners that Simon Ekpa must be stopped. The killings in Biafra land has to stop, because most times Simon Ekpa says he's responsible for the enforcement of sit at home that has led to the killing of many. So Southeasterners are coming out to say we must stop these guys, because 2nd of December is the date. And one thing I question the rationality of some people: if you have a plan, you don't tell your enemy your plan. If you have a plan, you don't inform your enemy. You don't give your enemy the tools to prepare to stop you. Yes. One of the reasons that you see Nnamdi Kanu is in this state, you don't tell them that this or that. You must be well prepared, except you are playing on the psychology of your enemy. Except Simon Ekpa is playing on his psychology. But having to give an information that this will happen to so day and make it public, and you are just all over the place giving the information, you are helping whoever you see as your enemy to prepare against you. These people have the mercenaries, they have the intel, they have all what it takes. So you need to tread carefully. Maybe the lobbying that the Nigerian government has lobbying all this while has paid off, because it will not surprise me that Nigeria under Buhari spent billions of naira to extraordinarily rendition Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria. It will not baffle me. I will believe it at the instance, because Nigerian government is desperate to, especially the Fulani oligarchy. You see, if it were left for the Southwesterners, it would be an easy thing. They will have supported an exit from Nigeria by Igbos. But you see, this is not on us. This is not on us. Nigeria move forward? No. Nigeria restructure? No. Nigeria divide? No. They have so much at stake that they don't want to leave. They are benefiting more. That is the elite. And you know, it's a feudal system of government. One person will be controlling many people. When one person says one thing, every other person follows. So that one person that their leader, they have so many investments, so many freebies, so many opportunities. Like the Sultan of Sokoto, I heard it, she had how many oil wells. So if Nigeria is restructured today, the Sultan will lose his oil well. So he will do everything he can to mobilize his people, to manipulate his people, to get his people together, to frustrate any effort of restructuring. So many of them that are in government, you see in the south, you read and read and read, you get first class. In the north, somebody gets third class, and that person has an opportunity. He gets a job, a federal job, while you are wallowing and you are driving Okada. So when the Nigeria is structured, those things, those opportunities, they will not get it. In the army, they will not get it. So they will now be by themselves. Those privileges they are getting, they will not get it. So if it were for just the Yorubas, I think Nigeria would have been a place where restructuring will have its foot. But these Fulani people are the ones that don't want to see and hear anything. So there can be plans underway to track this young man and put him somewhere else, out of the reach. So the chief of staff has a job to do, clarify where Simon Ekpa is. That message you gave is not enough for us to understand. If he's being captured, if he's in trouble, let everybody be alerted. Let everybody know. But if you want to play the game, or maybe he's safe somewhere, no problem. We are sitting, we are watching to get the next update.